Hello, I'm Endur Laten, and this is day 3 of, is it day 3? Shoot. I'm already losing track, hang on. Um, oh shoot, what is today? I think today's day 4. Today's either day 3 or day 4, but I'll know afterwards. But the point is technically it's going to be day 1 because this is the first recording that I'm doing. We're all successfully put it on. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's day 4. Uh, but I've been meaning to post these videos on YouTube just to kind of prove that I've been doing 100 days of this in a row of doing practice and posting my music and my practices and my songwriting, all of that. In a row, but it's just the timing wise. Every time I try to upload it from my phone, these videos, because they're an hour long, it just says loading, 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 loading. And I kind of want to see how long it's going to take, but I haven't really taken the time to do it. And because I've been procrastinating, which you'll see in the other 3 videos, because I complain about it every time. I don't always have a lot of time. So it's like after I finish doing these recordings, I want to just go straight to bed. So, in any case, today is Thanksgiving, and I spent most of the day with my family, so I did stay up late. But tonight, I am dead set on making sure that these videos get uploaded. At least this one for today. So today's technically day 1, in a way. I'm thinking I might include the other 3 videos, but I might add those 3 at the very end, so after the 100 days. So it'll end up being like 103 days, but I think it'd be kind of cool to see, just almost like a reminder of where everything started, and in 100 days, I mean, who knows where I'll be at that point, and what kind of videos I'll be putting out, and how those rehearsals will look. But in those first 3 videos, I was playing with my hack strum, but unfortunately, this thing is falling apart. This knob right here, oh man, and I think it fell off again. So there you go. And I don't know where the knob, oh, here it is. Look at that. So this came off, the little knob for this part right here. So I got to get that fixed. And funny story. So if you all have an electric guitar and you play it and it has that jack thing right there, and it gets a little loose and stuff, you're not supposed to just turn it. Because it won't tighten. It really won't. But me being the numbskull that I am, with the thick head that I have, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get these pliers right here, and I'm just gonna put it on the nut, and I'm just gonna turn and turn and turn. So I was just doing this, and yeah, let me tell you, that was not the right thing to do, and it twisted the wires so bad. I ended up being like, okay, this is still not working at this point. Before, if I just kind of if I would jostle the plug, it would make some sound, but I was getting frustrated with it because it was just being too much. So, obviously I wanted to fix it. So I did all that turning, and then after that, I was like, okay, this isn't really tight, but I plugged it in to see if it would work. No sound at all, no matter how I turned it. So I was like, okay, I definitely messed something up. So I unscrew it, and then I find that the wire inside is not attached to the segment. I ended up tightening it. I figured out that, so the part that tightens it doesn't tighten on the outside. If you tighten it, if you're turning on the outside, you're just turning the wires that are inside until they twist and then rip off. There's another gasket or nut, whatever you call it, that's on the inside. That's what tightens. That's what you're supposed to tighten. So you are supposed to unscrew the whole thing, and pull it out and then tighten it from there, and then screw it back in. But hindsight's 2020, and I looked it up on YouTube, and the guy was like, oh yeah, a lot of people, they try to fix this on their own, and they think that they'll just turn it and that it'll get better, but actually, they end up turning it and stripping the wires, and then he's like, but it's an easy fix, just get your soldering iron and solder the wires back on. And I'm like, oh well, that would be an easy fix if I had a soldering iron. So, yeah. I've got a friend who owns a music shop, so I'm gonna see if maybe he has someone who does like repairs like that tomorrow if they're open. And if not, I'm gonna have to go to Guitar Center. But it's unfortunate because next Saturday is my gig, and I really wanted to use the electric guitar. So yeah, I'm smiling, but inside I am dying inside. But it's really not that bad. It's not the worst that I've experienced. I actually have another guitar that was gifted to me, and I mean, that's a long story that I might tell one day in the future, but basically I stepped on it and it broke, and it was so devastating to me because that was like the guitar. Like, that was the guitar I was like, I wrote every song that like I'll show you all in the next 100 days. Like, I composed every song on that guitar. And for it to break was absolutely devastating. But it did its job, you know, in a sense, but I'm still like waiting to fix it. So now I'm gonna have to prioritize fixing the electric guitar first, and then, you know, maybe this Christmas I'll have saved up enough to fix the acoustic, if it's fixable. I'm praying that it's fixable, honestly. But yeah, that was devastating. I had a whole funeral and everything for that one. Man. So, I don't know. I think a lot of times God will allow us to go through one pain that's like just so immense, so that in the future when we experience a pain that's kind of similar, like it hurts a little bit less and we can take it a little bit better. So, yeah. Oh man, that sucks. Anyway, all is not lost, and I am committed to practicing every day. So this is another guitar. A friend of mine had it. They bought it a long time ago, but they never practiced. So they offered it to me. 'Cause they just don't really play guitar, or I guess they thought they would, but then they realized that they didn't really want to. So yeah. Let me see here. I need to look up guitar tabs because everything just got all out of whack. When all that stuff went down with that electric guitar, I just lost my mind, honestly. So I haven't played this one in a really long time. My friend gifted it to me, and you know, if you're watching this, no offense or anything, I do like the guitar. It's just, it's big. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little big for me. I'm not, you know, big enough to really like handle this well. I haven't figured it out yet. We'll grow together. You know, that's how guitars are, right? Also, the E string does that buzzy thing. And I think it has to do with like this thing, either this thing or this thing. Like, it's just been worn down because it's, you know, been played on so much. So it's hitting like it's hitting the frets. And I just haven't had the time or to fix it. And I guess also, honestly, like playing on this guitar on this acoustic makes me feel like I'm cheating on my old acoustic guitar. So anyway, I have to practice though. So okay, let's get this practice going. It's also a shame. I know that you see this piano in the back, but it's actually a MIDI keyboard. I would love to show you all this one song that I wrote. It's called Open Table. It's a Thanksgiving song that I wrote. Y'all, It's on the piano, but it's so good. My sister was like, will you play Open Table for us since it's Thanksgiving? And she's like, or if you don't remember how to play it, because like it's just a common thing in my family where like I'll write a song and then I won't write down the chords and I'll just forget it, and all I have is a recording of it, so then I end up listening to it and then I have to figure it out how to play it again. I always write the lyrics down, but this time I guess my ear's just getting better because I was able to, listen to the recording and put it down. Anyway, I know I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm sure that scared a lot of people away, but why don't we start? Because the thing is if I end up having to play on this one for the gig, if my friend or Guitar Center can't fix my electric in time for the gig next Saturday, I'm going to have to play on this one. So, unless I just which I know this sounds terrible, but maybe I'll just be like, listen, man, my guitar, it broke. Like, there's nothing I can do. I can't play. But that would be lame. I'm not going to do that. So, anyway, here we go. This is chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Chestnuts. There we go. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the seasons bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. Oh, and so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Hang on. I think if I were to end it on like a kind of progression, it'd be. I'm just getting weird on that, honestly. There is no reason for me to do that. I think, okay, so it would probably just be like. So it'd be... No, it would be, sorry. That's probably a little too long. So after Merry Christmas to you. And we'll just end it there. Okay. Maybe I was too harsh on this guitar, you know. Here I am just being a baby. It just sucks, you know, like I grew... To tell you the truth, this Hackstrom just means a lot to me. It was, the guy who sold it to me was just one of the best people that I've ever met, honestly. One of the kindest souls, one of the best salesmen for sure. I mean, not just salesman. I mean, he was just a great person. That's the truth of it, you know. He'd always give me these discounts, and I think it was because he knew that I loved music. And it's like, when he could tell that, like, you really love music, like, he would do everything he could to make sure that you could get something. Obviously, like, I mean, honestly, I feel like he would give you such a steal on stuff, you know, and he always, like, took care of you. He always made sure that, like, he'd get you something that was, you know, gonna serve you well. Man, he was such a good guy. Really such a good guy, man. And I think that's why when I lost the breed love that I had so hard, is because he's the one who sold me that. That was my first guitar. And then, you know, the Hackstrom was the first electric guitar I ever had. The first and only electric guitar I ever had. So, man, I think it would just be pretty sick if this guitar and the acoustic would go with me all the way, you know? Let's see. Let's sing a fun song. Let's sing a fun song to get me out of this, you know, sad mood. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but us... Hang on. I actually have really bad eyesight. Fun fact. So I need to... People make fun of me because my phone, I have it on like the largest setting, and they're like, "Are you an old man?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am an old man. Okay, leave me alone." Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. She'd been drinking too much eggnog, and we begged her not to go, but she forgot her... There we go. I added that in because I like that. And we begged her not to go, but she forgot her medication. And she staggered out the door into the snow. When we found her Christmas morning at the scene of the attack, there were hoof prints on her forehead and incriminating claws marks on her back. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Now we're all so proud of Grandpa. He's been taking this so well. See him in there watching football, drinking beer and playing cards with Cousin Mel. It's not Christmas without Grandma. All the family's dressed in black, and we just can't help but wonder Should we open up her gifts or send them back? Send them back! Oh, Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Now the goose is on the table, and the pudding made of fig. And the blue and silver candles, that would just have been matched. That would just have matched the hair in Grandma's wig. And I've warned all of my friends and neighbors, better watch out for yourselves. They should never give a license to a man who drives a sleigh and plays with elves. Oh, Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as you can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. What a simple song, but I know that's going to bring a smile on people's faces, and that makes me happy. That reminds me of another song that's like really simple, but it's by Father John Misty. It's like, and why do I not remember the words? Oh shoot. What was it? I always sing it to my dog, and he loves it. How does it go? Man, how am I forgetting this song? Now I have to look it up, because it's gonna kill me. Oh, you know what? Oh, Along to Feel Your Arms Around Me, that's a good one. Everyone's riding on the rolling tide. Their hearts are heavy and the sea is wide. I'll never make it to the other side. Friends of mine, what was it? Mine. Oh, 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 I long to feel your arms around me, around me. Oh, I long to feel your arms around me. Oh, my love, oh, my love, oh, oh, my love, oh, my love. What a beautiful song. Oh, I love that one. I feel like I should do it justice, just so like he doesn't like get mad at me. You know what? Just in case Father John Misty ever sees this. Everyone's riding on the rolling tide. Their hearts are heavy and the sea is wide. Their hearts, I'll never make it to the other side. Friends of mine. Oh, I long to feel your arms around me. Oh, I long to feel your arms around me. Oh, my love, oh, my love. I could definitely do better, but we'll not worry about that one right now, because I still want to show you all that other one. What was it? Come on, y'all. Oh, now I remember, and I didn't even see the title, but I remember it now. I just had to see a couple songs from that album. Okay, so it goes, I ran down the road, danced down to my knees, screaming, please come help me. That Canadian charm gave a little too much to me, and I'm writing a novel because it's never been done before. First house that I saw, I wrote house up on the door. I told the people who live there, you have to get out, cause my reality is realer than yours, and there's a time and the present. And there's a black dog on the bed. Except I say a white dog. I always sing it whenever I see my dog on my bed. And there's a white dog on the bed. And then he usually howls. Oh shoot. And see, I don't know all the words. I probably do, but I just messed it up because I was like singing it. And there's a white dog on the bed. Hang on. What is that song? See, and I just don't know anything. There's a black dog on the bed. Father John Misty. Let's see. I'm writing a novel. Obviously, that's what it's called. So let's look at the full lyrics here, and I'll sing it to you all. I went to the backyard to burn my only clothes, and the dog ran out and said, "You can't turn nothing into nothing. This will be no more." Well, I'm no doctor, but that monkey might be right. And if he is, and if he is, it's not that. I'll be walking in my whole life. Oh, there we go. So it's I went to the backyard to burn my only clothes, and the dog ran out and said, "You can't turn nothing into nothing. This will be no more." Well, I'm no doctor, but that monkey might be right. And if he is, I'll be walking in my whole life. It's so good. I mean, y'all should listen to the whole song, honestly. It's so good. Father John Misty is just, oh man, that dude can write. Oh, see, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, my right arm is feeling sore already just from like holding this guitar, this behemoth of a guitar. Okay, let's go back to the Christmas set. Ugh. This is just me procrastinating is what it is. And do I even have my capo? Oh, here I do. Here, I was trying to procrastinate a little bit more, but the Lord said, don't you dare. He said, don't you dare. So this is Last Christmas. I gotta make it higher because like this is way too high for me, but it's you gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten, and twice shy. I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you when I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kissed me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas, I mean, like, I could do it, but that's really high. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, and that's like a little too low. So I usually start with the third capo. So let's see if this works. Last Christmas, I gave you. Last Christmas, I gave. I just really need to do the strumming pattern how they're telling me to do it. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with the notes and I love you. I love you. See, I think there I'll probably still keep with the just single strums. With the notes and I love you and I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Maybe even higher. I don't know. I'm so... See, this is... I feel like capos on an acoustic aren't as forgiving as capos on an electric. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. I obviously don't know what I'm talking about because I broke the electric, right? Man. Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. A crowded room, friends with tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and your soul of eyes. My God, I thought you were... My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on. A face on a lover with the fire in his heart. A man undercover, but you tore me apart. Now I found a real love. Found a real love. Now I found a real love. You'll never fool me again. I need to listen to that song so I don't butcher that when I'm like singing in front of everybody. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Face on a lover, fire in his heart. A man undercover tore me apart. Maybe next year, give it to someone special. That's an original that I wrote. It's called Compersion. When I was playing the chords for this song, I was like, those are the exact same chords that I use in Compersion. It's so funny. I don't know. I think that would be a good opportunity to put like my songs in it, but that's like way higher than it's supposed to be. Compersion's supposed to be down here. I'll sing that for you all while I'm at it. This is the first song I wrote. I mean, I've written a lot of songs, but like this is the first song that I wrote. So I used to write songs in high school all the time, like on the piano and stuff. That was before I played guitar. And then I went to college and I was still writing some, but I got into a crowd that, I mean, and it wasn't just them. I mean, I'm not gonna just offload all my like, bad stuff, but like basically I got in a crowd that, let's not talk about it. The point is that I stopped singing music for a while because I got really sad. And I was dating this girl kind of towards the end of all that like negative stuff going on in my life. I started dating this girl and we broke up, and it was kind of on and off, but ultimately, I had caused a lot of damage because I was so angry. One of the things she told me was, she said, I wish you loved me more than you hated the people who hurt you. And like, at the time I was just like, yeah, whatever. But like now, like looking back on that, like it really did stick with me, So in any case,